Hello Earth2 community, and wow, there's so much to unpack in this video. Before we get started, wait around until the end to find out about a giveaway of a one-day, never-released-again piece of E2 merch. So Shane has been a very busy boy, as he was seen with Rashid Mansour, aka Rash, at the GDC, the Game Developers Conference. If you have any faith, they teach that jealousy is toxic to the spirit, so I try to never harbor such things. That said, man was I jealous to watch strangers who have not lived Earth2 for the last 3 years to experience our baby. However, to see the amazement and the reaction to the first time users even learning of the concept, let alone experiencing it, was like watching a child with a birthday toy. The amazement at how you could travel anywhere and become part of the landscape with just the touch of a button. Well, guess what, family? Jealousy is not the key takeaway. Inspiration is. Because we get to create the world that excites grown humans to a childlike state of wonder. We get to design the buildings they enter, the lakes they swim in, the attractions they use to experience new sensations they could never reach before. The landscapes are there right in front of us. It truly is a beautiful sight. Anyways, Shane was interviewed by a few Earth2 content creators in California. This is Earth2 in the Know, and let's get into it. Shane was asked about when we could expect to find out how many people and when they could expect to be notified about the pre-alpha. He replied that thousands submitted applications, but they were forced to narrow it down to a few hundred to start in order to load tests and then adjust accordingly. When he was asked whether or not the alpha release would be a multiplayer, his response was that they would love to say yes, but they don't want anyone to hold unrealistic timelines. Because we know how that goes. And in all honesty, that totally seems fair. So of course the topic of the white paper was brought up, and all signs point to it still being an on-time delivery. Great news there. He said that there's going to be one more major update released soon that the team had been working on for months. He also said that everyone was going to love it. Oh, what could it be? We can't wait to find out. We wanted to actually bring you clips of the interview, but because of the event being in a packed conference, the outside noise just couldn't be masked and the audio was pretty muffled. So we figured we'd just give you the clip notes. There were other questions about if the Earth2 team would advise on how to manage protocols when it came to selling Essence on an exchange, and whether or not it would be stored on an exchange, to which Shane said that after talking it over with legal, they have been advised that liability might be a risk if they advise something and it goes wrong. They want to keep everything pretty much in line with the decentralized model, much to my relief. And let's talk about that for just a second. Can we just say how amazing that is? Because you put something on an exchange, the exchange goes under, all of your assets are gone, and Shane is out there looking out for the user. He doesn't want to do that to us. He wants to make sure that it's as legit and up front and risk-free as possible. So cheers for that, for the Earth2 team keeping it decentralized. When asked if the team was going to have a huge party upon release, he reminded them that the team was formed during the COVID lockdown and located all over the world, but nothing's impossible. I'm just going to state the obvious here and say that obviously the party's got to be in the metaverse, right? I mean, that's day one stuff. The topic of people being out of the loop being advised of recent developments arose, and Shane, being the forever gentleman, said that they would do their best to try and notify players of updates. End quote from Shane. Start quote from Earth2 in the Know. Guys, we signed up for this. We've got to follow along with our investments, with our commitments to our projects, and it's not on them to send us memos. Gotta stay involved. And you can totally do that by subscribing to my channel. Okay, end of the shameless plug. Let's get back to it. Although we did not cover all of the questions asked in this video, we wanted to keep this a short recap as we wanted to show you what happens when an Earth2 fan is born. Everyone meet Brian.
We have a new fan here.
Shift and W, and right mouse. Sorry, right mouse and Shift W. Yeah, there you go. So you go down to that, and then you can like drop an avatar. And F2 is the avatar. Sorry. So it's a completely playable app. We've obviously got. You're actually pretty good. Downhill through truth. That's good. Wow, that is actually really good. So obviously collisions across the entire planet, 510 million square kilometers. The entire planet, virtual. And you saw how fast it was, so it's like instantly streamed, seamless.
Are you big into Web 3D?
I'm sorry?
Are you big into Web 3D?
Not so much Web 3D. I play everything.
You can tell. That's what I was wondering about the Web 3 portion. Seems like you're really into gaming. Have you seen anything like this where you have like an exact duplicate of the real world in the game?
I've seen some geolocation,
Yeah.
but like nothing that
Not like this.
So players actually own land. You can see here, that's a renter. That means somebody has actually reserved that land.
Show the flags.
We're building a geolocational metaverse. So it's like it will be a persistent world over time where people own land, mine resources, build infrastructure, build experiences, battle, socialize, shop, all of that type of stuff. This is like the platform we've been developing it for 3 years. And the next phase is to kind of release this later this year to get our community and players hands on the product.
You can also spawn an avatar.
Yeah, you can spawn an avatar by hitting F2. And then if you hit E a couple of times, and hit it again, you can do some target practice. Just to show we've got some physics and some combat. Yeah, you just go your AWS and normal.
Oh my goodness.
For first.
I know. You gotta get a high score. Keep going. You also have 300 people watching you play.
Yeah.
Probably more.
No pressure, no pressure.
Poor gentleman. Come up and wants to try.
You have the entire Earth community, Earth2 community watching and just.
Yeah, we own land in it too, so we just came down to kind of see it firsthand. That's because you paused.
Not too bad.
Sorry, dude. All up in you.
It won't be like.
No, it's a pristine world. So the idea is that players will rebuild it.
Got it.
Once you get in, it's like it's back to.
Got it. Okay. That's very man.
I love the transition. It's kind of and it has it has an interesting feeling to reset the world. Obviously, people will probably rebuild in these populated areas, but they also might find somewhere in the middle of nowhere and build like a mega city or something like that. So it'll be interesting to see what people come up with.
Yeah, and they'll probably go off in a direction you never even thought about.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't even know yet. So our goal is to provide a platform and then provide initial access and kind of see which direction it goes from there.
Thanks for the demo.
Oh, you're
Totally
welcome.
blown away. Totally blown away. This is amazing.
Oh, cool. And what was your name?
Brian.
Brian.
We do game server hosting.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm already talking to Dave. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When his eyes lit up and he said wow, it was like he had been reborn. It's been an amazing month so far with so much more great content coming. Cannot wait to see what's next. Alright, so you stuck around. Let's talk about the contest. We at Earth2 and the Know picked up a few of the Earth2 GDC shirts. They were 24 hours only, they're never going to be released again, and one could be yours. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel, like a random video on the channel, not somebody else's, and comment on a random video. Again, one of my videos. Then we will use a software tool to randomly pick a winner when the skin store is released. Stay tuned to get to the announcement of when the winner will be picked. The only requirement for the software to pick you after you have entered is you must still be a subscriber at the time. Not my rules, I just work here. As always, thanks for checking out our newest video, and we cannot wait to see you in the metaverse. If you liked the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. I'd also like to throw a shout out to Drew over at twitter.com/DrewEarth2 for the video footage and the interview with Shane. You guys can check out the full footage over there on his site. He's got everything posted for you to see. Until next time, peace out. Love you all.